All right, as you can see, I've already set up my work to make it a little bit easier. And if you guys have not been able to do that or couldn't remember, I guess now is the time to kind of take a look at it. So again, I'm going to remember to do my exponents first. And I'm going to start with number 1. I'm going to make sure I have my scientific calculator out so that I can figure out all of this. And I'm going to reread the question to make sure that I don't have to answer something that is going to require me an additional step after I figure out the what I assume is the volume, which is what I think they're going to be asking me for. So Nina collects water in a rain barrel. How much water can the barrel hold? That's a pretty straightforward question. We're just looking at the volume of a cylinder. And the volume of a cylinder, again, is pi times the radius squared times the height. So I found the radius, this is the diameter, so I found the radius by taking half of 6 5/10. And I ended up with 3 25/100 squared times 4. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in right now and figure out what numbers I'm working with. So 3 25/100 squared. And then I'm going to say equals, and then I'm going to multiply it times 4. And I end up with 42 25/100. So what I'm looking at is saying that pi times 42 25/100 is going to give me my answer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So times pi equals. All right, and I have 132 73/100. Cubic feet. Okay. That is how much water. Now, that's cubic feet of water. We could go gallons, we could do all kinds of stuff. They're not necessarily asking us for that, so we can say 132 73/100 cubic feet of water. All right. Okay, let's take a look at number 2. What is the volume of the gumball machine? So here's our gumball machine. So it is a sphere, which means we needed to use 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed. So our radius is 11. They've already figured that out for us, and I know that because it's a halfway across. So now we have 4/3 times pi times 11 cubed. So I'm going to figure out what 11 cubed is first. So it's 11 x to the y 3 equals. Okay, so 1,331 is what that number is. So we're going to say that it is 4/3 pi times 1,331. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. I'm going to say this 1,331 times pi equals, and then it's just they're exponentially bigger numbers, right? So once I get that, which is 4,181 46/100, I'm going to say times 4 equals, and then divided by 3 because we want 4/3 of that. And our answer is 5,575 and 28 hundredths cubic millimeters. Okay. Wow, that is not looking good out there right now. Oh, alrighty. Okay, well, let's look at number 3. Number 3, Jess is filling sugar cones with yogurt. How much yogurt will one cone hold? Okay, so it is a cone. So we need to do the 1/3 pi times the radius squared times the height. And this is going to be 2 squared, which is 4, and 4 times 5 is 20. So it's going to be pi times 20. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to say pi times 20 divided by 3. Oops. And that will get us our answer. Okay, so pi times 20 equals divided by 3 equals. All right, so we have 20.94. So cubic inches. Let's try that again. So 20, yeah, times. Yep. Okay. So, always good to double check when you think something's wrong. I thought something was wrong because 20 is our answer here, so I couldn't really see how we would get this. But we did, so I just redid it. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so William is blowing up a beach ball that has a 15-inch radius. How much air can the ball hold? Okay, so it is a sphere, so we're back to the 4/3 pi times the radius cubed. The radius is 15, so let's do our 15 squared or cubed first to make sure that we have that. So let's do 15 cubed. So 15 x to the y 3 equals 3,375. We will multiply that times pi equals, and then times 4 equals, and then we'll divide it by 3 equals 14,000. Wow, that's a big number. Okay, so 14,137 and 1600ths cubic inches. Okay. And that's that. That is the end. So we're going to cut that short today, and you guys are going to be done.